Back with us, Jamaica will tackle Dominican Republic at the CONCACAF Under-20 Men's Tournament in San Pedro Sula, Honduras later on this Wednesday. Knowing a win will guarantee them a place at the 2023 FIFA Under-20 World Cup in Indonesia. The Jamaicans have played at the Under-20 World Cup once before, in 2001, and the current head coach Marcel Gale is confident the drought is about to break.
Yeah. We are ready. We are motivated. We're ready to go tomorrow to make the country proud, take our next step to the journey to the World Cup.
Yep, Gale says the young Reggae Boyz are up for the challenge.
The game is different, and we always prepare different for our opponent. So yes, we always have something special, always something in our arsenal coming for this game. We know it's a very important game, probably the most important game in the tournament thus far.
Two big games for Gale on the same day, you know. His Reggae Boyz are playing, set to play not too long from now, and his Waterhouse are battling for a place in the final of the Jamaica Premier League powered by Digicel. Anyway, so how have the Reggae Boyz got on at the tournament to date? The Jamaicans played 4 matches in Group D, finishing with 4 points. They drew 1-1 with Costa Rica, lost 5-0 to Honduras, and then beat Antigua and Barbuda 2-0. They beat 9-man Haiti, 2-1 in the round of 16 on Sunday. Joining us to preview today's big game against the Dominican Republic is former national women's coach and current head coach of Jamaica Premier League team Humberland, Andrew Price. Big Price, J.A., what's up? Good afternoon. Welcome to the SportsMax Zone.
Thanks for having me, gentlemen, and good evening to your viewers.
Excellent. The task ahead of these young boys, it's clear. Beat the Dominican Republic and we're in. Is it as simple as it sounds?
As simple as it sounds. It's one game. This is the most important game for the entire campaign. Win this game and you're guaranteed a spot in the World Cup next year. You couldn't ask for more. The team started off very spotty, and that was on account of the lack of preparation that they had, and they basically had to play themselves into shape. And as they say, luck favors the brave. As the tournament wore on, they got better. The coaching staff were able to assemble the best possible team for each encounter, and now we are within 90 plus minutes of getting to our second Under-20 World Cup. So I think we're in a very good position, and we just have to go there and play the way we are capable of playing, and we should get the required results.
Yeah, you know, I have a theory, Andrew, and as an experienced coach, you may have, well, you will have a view whichever way, but I think that at this level of football, even more than the senior level, you need an outstanding player to carry the group. And so far, the man from Reading in England, Jamari Clark, has put his hand up to be that man who will score the goals for the Reggae Boyz. How do you assess his contribution so far and the way he carries himself on the pitch?
I think his contribution has been good. I mean, he has only scored 1 goal in regular play. His other 2 goals were 2 penalties. But I think that he has been a good target man. He has held up the ball well and has proven to be a nuisance to the opposing team players. So I think he has done his job, and you can see his professional experience playing in the English leagues there, where he shows that he knows how to use his body, knows how to post up well. I mean, even look at the goal that he scored against Haiti, that first goal that we scored, where, you know, he really went up to challenge the goalkeeper, cut him off, was able to spin very quickly and convert the goal. So it's a blessing to have a target man that size up front there. He must be at least 6'3".
Yeah, Andrew, the Dominican Republic weren't a part of this group play in Honduras. They had qualified straight into the round of 16 based on their Group B qualifying prior. I say that to say that the teams have not been able to see a lot of the Dominican Republic except for that 5-4 win they had over El Salvador. Would that be a problem for the coaching staff as they plan for the Dominican Republic?
Definitely not. I mean, you know, they have played those games in that qualifiers, and I'm sure the Jamaican coaching staff would have been able to get the tapes of those games and were able to analyze. They wouldn't just use that game or the games that they have played in the tournament alone. So, you know, they have been analysing them, and they have played some practice games prior to the tournament, and I'm sure astute coaches, with even when they're Downswell over there, they must have looked at the varying compositions of the team, the way they play, their shape, and their system of play. So I think they are adequately prepared for today's game.
Did you see the 5-4 win that the Dominican Republic had over El Salvador?
Yes, and I also saw the game with St. Lucia where they were 2-0 down and came back to tie the game 2-2.
Yes.
They will score goals, but they will also concede goals. And, you know, that should be something that should be encouraging to Coach Marcel and the rest of the staff, that, you know, they are willing to concede. But they play a very good counter-attacking football, so we have to be mindful of that and not allow them to get us on the counter.
Yeah, you don't want to talk too much about the pre-tournament issues, Andrew, but we can't get away from it. You alluded to the fact just now that the preparation was not as good as it needed to be, and the coaching staff is now trying to improve the team in competition. How disappointing is that? Because, you know, having these assignments isn't something that happened overnight. The schedule would have been set, you know, a very, very long time ago. So how much criticism is directed at the Jamaica Football Federation for not properly setting up a preparation program that would make the team be ready when they need it to be?
Well, it is what it is. Nobody can escape culpability for that. The preparation is inadequate. And for us to be within a earshot 90-plus minutes to qualify for the World Cup is a singular achievement that the players and the coaching staff must be commended for. And they have really done well. We haven't even played a practice game prior to this tournament. And I'm sure all the other teams had that opportunity. I mean, we'll hear that there is a lack of resources, but I just believe that it's just poor planning.
Yeah. Andrew, I'm keen to ask, given how you've been monitoring this tournament, the phases of the Jamaican play that have shown steady improvement from the first game to that game against Haiti in the round of 16.
Definitely the possession. You know, we are possessing the ball a lot more. We are moving the ball a lot better, more fluently. You know, in the first couple of games, we weren't as fluent as we'd want to be. I see the team trying to keep some possession, trying to move the ball around, and then trying to break on the speed and use our athleticism to a great effect. So I think there's a lot of improvement, and as the tournament has gone on, we have played better with every match. And, you know, I believe that there's a situation where they say luck favors the brave. Well, Jamaica definitely did that for this tournament. And, you know, we hope we get the just reward tonight.
Yeah, hear you on that. Andrew, thank you as usual for stopping by. And we hope that we get the luck and they continue being brave. And we can be talking about the young Reggae Boyz being in the Under-20 World Cup in 24 hours from now. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Good. Andrew Price there. Yeah, you remember the 2001 World Cup that the Reggae Boyz qualified for. And I felt really good because in that team, if I recall from memory, well, certainly Woodrow Wolf was in there. We went to primary school together. He's a childhood friend.
Yes.
Omar Cummings, the same thing, went to primary school. So, I mean, our primary school has a distinction of producing World Cup players at the Youth World Cup. Yeah. But I remember that World Cup, Lance. You remember we played Argentina. Reggae Boyz played Argentina.
Lost 5-1, I think.
Yes. But the Argentine players, at that time, I used to be watching a lot of Argentine Apertura and Clausura. The Argentines then had 2 championships in the same season, opening tournament, closing tournament. And there were some boys I saw for the big teams in that competition that I saw in that World Cup. Javier Saviola of River Plate and Andres D'Alessandro. In fact, Saviola finished as the golden ball winner, and D'Alessandro, his teammate, as a silver ball winner. And so when Woolry...
He scored twice in that match that beat Jamaica 5-1.
Yes.
Saviola did, yeah.
When they came back, so I said to Woolry, D'Alessandro himself, shh, them on their ball. And it just opened his perspective as to what he could achieve. Omar Cummings, because Cummings went on to very, very good things. MVP in Major League Soccer for Colorado Rapids. You know that Wolf went to Joe Public in Trinidad and Tobago and was successful with them, and other stints elsewhere. So that group, Omar Daly, if memory serves me correctly, was also in that team, and he went to Bradford. So the thing is this, the point I'm making is this, that group of Jamaican players who went to that Under-20 World Cup, their careers went up. Most of them made very good careers, and the exposure against top-class talent served them
Wasn't
well.
Alien Whitaker
Yes, he was.
the goalkeeper of the
Yes,
tournament?
Yes, he was. Bossy from Clarendon College, yes.
And I heard you mention earlier on about Marcel Gale having he's a head coach of the team, and his Waterhouse in Jamaica in problems against Harbourview tonight. Sean Fraser, who is the assistant coach of Harbourview, was on that under-20 team that played in Argentina.
Yes.
So,
and Sean Fraser had a long career at some good clubs.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Trinidad and Tobago had qualified for the under-20 World Cup with Dwight York and company.
Yes.
So good to see a Caribbean team in the position that they can get there again. Let's hope they do.
Let's hope they do.
Thank you for watching SportsMax on YouTube. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and to click the notification bell to stay informed.